Okay then, agents, we're back with a little bit more theory crafting. So we're going to talk about the new gear set that's going to come in. It's called Embers Engine. 2 pieces of it gives you 8% skill efficiency, 3 pieces of it gives you 30% status effect, and then the 4 pieces will unlock the unique talent. The unique talent that's coming on this set, every status effect that you apply has a 20% chance to burn the enemy. If the status effect initially applied is burn, the enemy will receive 25% burn damage and duration of the burn. The chest piece talent will increase the chance of burn from other status effects by 40%, and the backpack talent will increase the duration and the burn damage debuff of spontaneous combustion by 50%. I do believe that this gear set is coming with yellow cores as it currently stands, but as I have shown in the past, status effect builds that normally come with yellows, and if you slap weapon cores on these sets, work very nicely. And I cannot help but feel I'm going to do exactly the same thing with this set when it comes out. So I need to get myself busy and go and get some exotic cores and all of that sort of thing, because that is going to be expensive to make, as was this one. The reason that I am saying that is because I appreciate that this set is suggesting to use skills like your Firestarter or Firestarter Chem Launcher or your fire sticky bombs or whatever the skill might be. There's quite a few skills that put on status effects, so that's kind of where it's going with it. But there are also a lot of weapons in this game that apply status effects. Things like your iron lung or your blue screen. These 2 guns on that set, just like my red eclipse, I feel as though are going to be brilliant. The blue screen could be immense because you can put out so many tags, and then when you get the kill or just initiate a skill, all of the stacks that you've put on will erupt into all of those different status effects. So there's chances that you can just be bursting them into flames comfortably with that. And if not, the iron lung absolutely will apply burn anyway, so the burn that comes from the gun is going to be amplified by either 50% if you want to run the backpack or 25% if you don't. That in itself is awesome. And then you've also got the new Fafnir shotgun that's going to be coming in. That is also applying burn. So, yeah, it's going to be another one that I'm going to have to make myself and prototype it myself and things. I am not going to go, at the moment, the way that I'm thinking with this, I'm not going to go with the vial again, because otherwise it's just kind of going to do exactly the same as what this build already does. And I am going to go with Trapper, because Trapper is increasing the status effect duration. So you're already increasing the duration with the set, so increasing it some more, there's going to be a fine line, because you could potentially just kill everything with fire, but you want to get the death down to the point where the fire is just about to run out. So it could be something like Trapper and Paradox with the iron lung, because you've got to dump out half of the amount of the magazine in order to start the fire. But once you've started the fire, you can just keep going regardless of where your magazine is at. It's got, is it 80 rounds in it? So you've only got to fire 40 bullets, theoretically. On this build it's got 102. But this gun normally has 80 rounds in it. You've only got to fire 40 in order to start the burn. And if you've got Paradox on there, you can just keep it going. So I'm thinking some Paradox with Trapper on this new Ember Engine gear set could be awesome. With a backpack that I have also shown previously for my Striker build, my Striker CC build, the Courier, with perfect creeping depth. I think that this could be an awesome combination. But as I've been sat here thinking about it a little bit this morning, thinking about how I want to present this and talk about it, there's another thing that I think could be very beneficial to this new gear set that is coming in, and it is an exotic item that is very forgotten about: the Imperial Dynasty.
The area
Now,
is lost.
I appreciate that when you read that talent, applying burn to one person within 20 meters and then having a 35-second cooldown on that is... that's why it's forgotten, because that is terrible. But with the new gear set, and if you use the Courier, whenever you run into a room, you could potentially just set the entire room on fire the second you enter it. And with the amount of duration increase coming from just the gear set, and then if you put in some trapper on there as well, that could be very effective. Could be incredibly effective. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything else on this gear set. Yeah, it's all about just getting the burn on there, and because burn as a status effect in this game is incredibly powerful. It's the hardest hitting status effect that is in the game. So with that as well, you could also start running like the Pyromaniac. You're gonna get 30% amp damage from that gun to everybody that's on fire. And if I'm right with my theory of what I've just said, Imperial Dynasty, Courier's backpack, the rest of it Embers Engine, that's very effective. I think that could be amazing. And with the amount of duration and everything that's on that, I would like to say that that's viable inside of Escalation. Maybe not tier 10, but definitely in some of the lower tiers where you're just in there with the boys having a bit of a laugh and relaxing. I think that would be incredibly viable, because this gear set that you're looking at right now is 100% viable in some of the lower levels and things. I've used it and it's fine. Higher levels not so much. And the two are fairly similar for me. But the Ember Engine, because it is all focused on fire and increasing duration, increasing the damage from that, I think the damage potential is actually going to be higher. It's all just a theory. Call me Matt Pat. If you can remember that guy, I'm now Harry Pat, because it is all just a theory. But that's where I'm kind of going with it. So yeah, I think it's going to be 4 pieces Ember Engine, so it'll be the mask, the chest, gloves, knees, Imperial Dynasty with the Courier backpack. Enter a room, get it all on fire, keeping that fire going for as long as possible, using something like the Pyromaniac or something just with ignited on. There's plenty of them, because the ignited talent is 25% amp. That's plenty. Or the AR special variant is 30. But even if you didn't want to run the Imperial Dynasty, there's quite a few guns in the game that will apply status effect. Like you've got your Scorpio, that'll do it. Brilliant little run and gun variant there. So you got the Fafnir that's coming in, that's going to do it. The Iron Lung, that will 100% do it. And the blue screen. The blue screen, just for next season, we're also getting Microwave Coil back as well. And the Microwave Coil global buff with the blue screen was amazing last time that was in this game. So as long as they haven't changed that too much, that's going to be brilliant, because every time that the talent activates with the blue screen, you've got a chance to just burst people into flames with it. So not only are you going to get Disorient, Confuse and Pulse, you'll get Burn on top of that as well. And because if the status effect that is applied is Burn, it's more damage and it's increased more. Like, just for that season, the blue screen on the new set will be epically cool. It will be amazing. So like I said in the past, it is all about the fun. I hope that I'm getting you excited for it as much as I am, because there's going to be I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be a busy boy when that comes out, because there's so much that I want to be trying. All of the things that I've spoken about, I really, really want to be getting on that. And I am very excited for that new gear set. And I've said it in the past as well. If you've got access to the PTS and you've liked some of the things that I've just said, please go and give that a go and come back to me, because I would love to know the answers to those. Alright guys, so until next time, you take it easy.